Inshallah and Ashe. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. I always forget that I'm going to be sideways in my chair over here in Small Lake City, Utah. I got my incense going. But either way, welcome to Fantastic Friday, today's live show. We've stepped into the final chapter of Leo's Blazing Energy, gently easing into the meticulous, reflective, sacred rhythms of Virgo season. It's the wheat in the shaft there. But if you've been feeling the pull to refine, reorganize, realign, today is your day. We've got a full lineup. The Virgo new moon, our four pillars, energies, those insights, the elemental pathways, Mini-Cowry shell divinations, elemental activations, of course, and a peek at some workshops, maybe inside the coven. So hopefully you've grabbed your tea, found your altar space, and let's step into the magic together. But as always, welcome to your weekly sacred space to align with the heavens and your inner guidance system. And if you don't know me, I am Tanya D. I'm a human mirror, a reflector in human design, and a guide through the energies of the moon, the planets, and of course, the elemental pathways of your soul. And today, as we closed one door, the final chapter of Leo, and now we're opening a new chapter with other doors during Virgo season, just in time for this Virgo new moon. So this really is a perfect moment to pause, to reflect, and to plant intentions with precision and, of course, heart. So the universe is inviting us to tidy up our energies, our life, our inner and outer landscape, preparing for a cycle of growth that is actually rooted in practical, yet, or however, very profoundly sacred. And of course, for anybody craving extra guidance, just remember, you can always schedule a private cowrie shell divination where I'll craft customized elemental rituals just for you based on your personal elemental foundation, aligned with addressing the forces of adversity along with your personal energetic algorithm. But the hour that the sun enters Virgo today was actually at 2:34 Mountain Time. So this is where the heavens are weaving these layers of guidance. The moon, when this all happened for us, 25 degrees Leo, I'm just changing that up a little bit because I'm so funny. And Chiron is in Aries, 26 degrees, just opening up the doorways and space to heal, reclaim, and reset. This is really activating deep into the heart, the corridor of our heart, and root healing, the root center. And the four pillars for the hour when the sun ingressed into Virgo. Here's a little glimmer. I'm going to dive into this a little bit later. But this can illuminate our personal algorithm for manifestation. So be sure to stay tuned because we're going to share why private cowrie shell sessions are magical for mapping out your personal energy, and how subscribers workshop, the coven, can really amplify your personal and seasonal alignment, your own magnetic power for manifestation. So welcome to Virgo season, where the earth speaks in sacred symbols and our body becomes a vessel of precision. The mundane reveals the miraculous. It's like fact and fiction, reality hits hard. And this year, the celestial choreography is very exquisite, I must say. So the moon enters Virgo just as the sun does a little bit later, just like literally a few hours. This is initiating the season with a cosmic collaboration. So this new moon is number uno in Virgo. So there's this threshold moment that opens the gateway to renewal, refinement, and really some deep-rooted intentions. Virgo as an energy teaches us that magic is truly in the details, the fine print. And the moon in Virgo is going to help us ground our emotions into these healing rituals, being of sacred service and soul level clarity. So you may feel a sudden desire to cleanse, organize, purify, really setting something right. Not from a space or place of perfectionism, but from devotion to your own soul's alignment. So this isn't the only beginning. because Virgo season's going to close with the second new moon, also 29 degrees. So it literally is like the universe is offering us a rare double reset. But the first new moon is whispering a few hours into the evening, I want to say, just literally in a few hours. But it's asking us, like, what do we want to tend? Or what systems, habits, because it's a habit thing, what habits are ready to be renewed? How can we honor the temple of our own body along with the truth of our own spirit, our higher self? So then, as the season moves forward, this second new moon is culminating on September 21st. So that's going to be number uno or two, deuce. But it's a harvest moon of intentions. It's a chance to integrate the upgrades that we've been gently sculpting. So it's this bookend portal taking us from seed to sprout and from sprout to blooming or blossoming. So energetically, you may feel like these are kind of some integral themes with this double Virgo moon, where we have like refinement over rushing. It reminds me of in the Fae, the slow. Oh, I'm trying to find it. But either way, yeah, so we don't want to rush. But also embodiment, doing embodied rituals and getting into the sacred rhythm and clarity through cleansing. This is physical plus energetic, and attuning our nervous system to our soul's blueprint. So definitely ritual. I'm thinking of some other items, I'll say. Probably not good for Facebook, but either way, just creating rituals of healing, not habits of the hustle. So I do want to start by honoring the moment that the sun moves into Virgo. That's what this chart is all about. So officially, the sun stepped into the corridor of Virgo at 2:34 Mountain Time. So almost 30 minutes ago, a little bit. But this is bringing earth energy of refinement, grounding, precision. And with the moon still in Leo, we're blending bold, heart-centered expression, Leo, with practical, focused energy. So this is our cosmic moment to really tidy up what's ready to grow and fine-tune those routines, activating some sacred practices that really honor both our heart and the work that we'll endure happily with precision ahead. So elemental alignment at the moment that the sun entered Virgo, that's what this chart's all about. So Earth is Virgo as an energy, structure, grounding, clarity for manifestation. And fire, the Leo moon, this is motivation, courage, heart-aligned energy. So we've got the energies of the earth plane, and we also have the heavenly universe. And water, I brought in water, is Chiron's in Aries. I know that seems a little topsy-turvy, but this is about healing and releasing of old wounds, emotional recalibration. And air, metal, or mineral is all about mental clarity, communication, visionary thinking, even stones, the stones in our bones, the wisdom and the memories. So take a deep breath and feel where your pillars are being or sensing the activation, and notice what needs recalibrating or maybe refining, because this is our first layer of this Virgo magic. And this year, 2025, we have a yin water pig day, which is intuitive. It's a reflective energy. And the month is the Yangwood monkey, which is clever, inventive, adaptable. Watch monkeys, right? Or a gorilla. Either way. The Yinwood snake, the year, of course. This is all about transformation through the subtle observation and the shedding of something, the letting go. Just like snakes shed skin. And the innovation of the transformation, Yinwood. The hour, the Yin Earth Goat hour. This is grounding, planting our intentions, our seeds. So each pillar carries a very different flavor of the elements. And then late tonight, early morning tomorrow, depending where you live on the planet, the hour shifts. So this is the energies of the Virgo new moon. When the sun and moon dance, they're in alignment, creating a prime energy, a manifestation kind of window. So this is our moment to really plant the seeds and set those intentions, activate our rituals, amplifying our personal algorithm for what we really wish to grow. into the next harvest, basically. So the elemental flow for this new moon, the earth is stabilizing our intentions. It's grounding those actions where water nourishes the emotional alignment. Fire sparks inspired action for growth. And air expands perspective, visionary ideas, mental empathy, the monkey. So this is a perfect time to upcycle your algorithm, refining routines and realigning with your heart's, your divine heart's purpose, your high heart, your Sira, what you look like on the other side, and really activating prescribed rituals to address the forces of adversity or challenges that you may be feeling right now at this moment. So this really is perfect. It's a perfect energy alignment for Virgo's this new moon energy, which is really asking us to tune in, refine, observe both our inner and our outer landscapes. So take a moment again and notice which pillar or element is kind of calling or speaking to you. So you kind of want to ask yourself, maybe put your left hand on your heart. So is it earth asking for grounding? Do you need to ground your energy? Or is it the air nudging your mind? Maybe it's metal needing mental empathy, or water for emotional clarity, reconciliation, getting into the flow. Water is also currency, by the way. Or is it fire for inspired action? So take a breath and a pause and see which elemental is speaking for you as we're tuning in. So I just want to say the Virgo moon in Virgo season is amplifying precision self-care ritual and the art of noticing what actually serves each and every one of us. It's going to be different. It's perfect for journaling, creating sacred lists, refining our intentions. It really is a time to upcycle our personal algorithm, see what's working and release what isn't, crafting a ritualized plan. Emotional energy may feel subtle, practical, maybe even a little reflective. So don't mistake it for lack of feeling, however. So it's intense. It's this intense self-mastery, this aligned energy. So if you've been feeling a little scattered, maybe a little shattered at the critical degree of Leo 29 plus the moon, so this moon is inviting us to slow down, get clear, and really anchoring ourselves in what matters the most. So at this moment, I want to just focus on the Virgo new moon happening for us late this evening. I just want to focus on the hour pillar. The hour pillar is the young wood rat. This is a spark of inspiration and clever vision. So the sun plus the moon in Virgo together create this perfect alignment for reassessing those routines and refining our focus and planting intentions, especially now up into the next new moon in Virgo. So it's practical manifestation, especially in arenas or areas of work, health, of course, and personal systems. So observing patterns. I don't know how many of you observe patterns, but I'm kind of a pattern watcher myself, for myself and for others. But observe patterns and release what no longer serves yourself or the collective. So this is our invitation, our cosmic invitation, to map our personal algorithm and what that looks like with rituals that really upcycle our energy and address anything, patterns basically, that are blocking us or challenging us, creating energetic hiccups that we may have been navigating. So it's precise, it's grounded, and it's, of course, magical. And yes, I just want to say my reflector self is feeling the layers shifting subtly in like real time. I do want to say for the natal moons in Virgo, because I did not say this at the beginning of the week, if your natal moon is in Virgo, this is your new moon. So this is a time, it really is a moment for some celestial celebration for those of you that do have your natal moon in Virgo during this sacred season of service and soul refinement. So if your natal moon is in Virgo, this is like double the magic. It's a rare lunar rebirthing. So this Virgo season is especially potent for you because not only is the sun moving through your moon's sign, But this year brings you a double new moon in Virgo. Yes, the duality, the two, right? One at the start of the season and one at the very end. So this is like cosmic parenthesis, if you will, almost like subtle parents in a way, wrapped around your lunar rebirthing. So this is your new moon return, in my opinion. It's the moment that each year that you go through when the moon returns to its natal position, creating a resonance, a field, a point between your emotional body and your physical body, along with the current lunar tide. So it's literally like a spiritual tuning fork, getting a tune up that realigns your inner rhythms with your higher path, your higher self. But this year, you're getting a double dose of intention setting magic. So, new moon number uno is opening the portal. So, you really want to ask yourself, what are you ready to clear and also claim? New moon number two, so you got time and space, it's going to be closing this loop. So, you really want to tune into what rituals have rooted at the end of the season and what wisdom has grown from them. So what you might be feeling during this entire Sun and Virgo season, you could sense or feel a deep urge to purify your space, your mind, and your heart. It's like letting go of other people's debris. We don't need to fix everybody. There could be this heightened self-awareness around emotional and physical health simultaneously. There could also be a need to be very useful, offering service, or even just realigning your work with your values and knowing and believing you are valued. Like, what is my value? For you to manifest, you have to believe in the value you bring out to the world. There could be a sense or a pull to organize the chaos, the divine clutter inside and out, or a tendency, of course, to overanalyze, but also a profound capacity to heal through clarity, the muddy waters. So to work with this double moon Virgo energy, I suggest creating a devotion list instead of a to-do list. Like, what is my heart devoted to? What are you committed to being or becoming? So it's like beginning a ritual practice with new moon number uno in a few hours here. It's going to kind of complete, or you're going to complete or evolve by the second new moon. Offering your gifts in a service kind of way. If you have a native Virgo moon, like your natal moon is in Virgo, you really thrive when you feel you're really helping and assisting. I would suggest practicing nervous system regulation, like a reboot, whether that's getting into the waters, the clarity, the streams, even digging in the dirt, cleaning out a kitchen drawer. Also, Virgo rules the gut, and peace, inner peace, begins in the belly. So give yourself some grace, some streams of grace, knowing not everything needs fixing. Some things just need feeling instead. And an affirmation, if your natal moon is in Virgo, for the entire season, I might change this up at the end. I'm sorry, you probably can't read that. But it does say, I honor the sacred in the simple. My rituals are my renewal. I am whole and healing again and again. I will change up that later this week. But either way, before we take a quick pause, just remember, this Virgo new moon isn't just about tidying up our schedule or our space. It's about leveling up, upcycling your energy, your intentions, and your life algorithm. When we return, I'm going to dive deeper into the elemental flow, mapping out the 4 pillars energy and exploring how this cycle can manifest clarity, abundance, alignment in ways that feel not just effortless, but also magnetic. And yes, I'm going to share how you can connect with me, of course, for a private cowrie shell divination, or join in one of my online workshops to really amplify your energy with personal prescribed rituals designed just for you, unique and individual. So stay tuned. Your new moon guidance is always just around the corner. So a quick commercial, and remember, drop your birth month and year in the show notes if you want me to move the shells on your behalf. The call to wisdom.
Are you standing at a crossroads, seeking clarity amidst life's uncertainties? Do you yearn for a deeper understanding of your purpose, your challenges, and the unseen forces at play in your life? For generations, the Dagara people of West Africa have turned to their shells for profound wisdom and guidance. These ancient tools, imbued with the spirit of the ancestors, offer a unique pathway to self-discovery and destiny. As a certified cowrie shell diviner trained in the sacred Dagara tradition by the revered Elder Malidoma Patrice Some, I am honored to be a bridge between your world and this ancient wisdom. Through a personalized cowrie shell divination, we can uncover hidden truths, identify blockages, and illuminate the path forward. Whether you seek guidance on relationships, career, health, or your spiritual journey, the cowries hold the answers you seek. It's time to step into your power, to embrace the wisdom that awaits you. Visit tanyad.tv to book your transformative cowrie shell.
Alrighty, my little cosmic travelers, before we dive into the 4 pillars for this Virgo new moon, let's align with the elements. The sun is preparing to move into Virgo. So again, earth energy is Virgo's signature grounding structure, manifestation. So this is the energy that turns intentions into action, where water as an energy is emotional alignment, compassion, nurturing your inner landscape. And fire as an elemental energy is inspiration, courage to take those steps, action, and those practical steps, being in alignment with your highest purpose. Where the element of air is clarity, insight, ideals, visioning. So our mind supports the magic that we're creating in the material world. And together, as my smoke is smoldering, together these elements form a perfect ecosystem for planting new moon intentions that are both practical, but more importantly, soul aligned. So the 4 pillars, again, the insights for the Virgo new moon, the hour, and the energy. I want to take a peek at the energetic pulse of this Virgo new moon through the lens of the 4 pillars. The yin-yang alignment is inviting this meticulous reflection, clarity, but also discernment. And the earth influence is encouraging structure, routine, especially in those daily habits that support our health, work, and spiritual practice. That devotion list. Where metal and wood energies are calling for clear communication, healthy boundaries, really helping us to direct our energy towards what truly matters authentically. Where water supports emotional intelligence, tuning into our heart and our intuition as we plan our next steps. And just as a side kicker, I guess if your natal moon is in Capricorn, this is hitting full throttle harvest energy for you. So you can see where it's ready to reap, refine, or release. Aquarius moons, think digital womb downloads in the womb. Unexpected insights, visionary ideas just flowing your way. And if your moon's in Pisces, it's being activated because there's this invitation to recalibrate emotionally. You're the opposer to Virgo. Spiritually, and just reconnecting with your own inner guidance. But the 4 pillars for when the sun moves into Virgo, as I move over my little slide deck. Oh, I think, there we go. I did this sideways. But yin, water, pig of a day, yang, wood, monkey, month, the year, of course, yin, wood, snake, and the hours, the yin, earth, goat, hour. So each pillar carries its own medicine, showing us how to refine, align, and activate our personal algorithm for manifestation. So I just want to explore the energy of the sun entering Virgo. So yin, water, pig of a day. This is emotional clarity, reflective energy, intuitive navigation. So really tuning into what your heart wants to release and what it wants to nurture simultaneously. And the yang, wood, monkey month, this is the energy of the month. So the month and the year kind of collaborating, if you will. But this energy is clever, inventive, resourceful energy. So ideas are really flowing. Focus on inspired action, metal, focus, honing in, instead of the mental overwhelm. And the yin wood snake year, this is like subtle transformation through wisdom, intuition, and mindful alignment. So the entire year has been encouraging shedding what no longer serves, and really stepping into mastery. And then the hour, the yin earth goat hour, very earthy like. This is grounding, stabilizing energy. It's perfect. It's a perfect energy for planting seeds, intentions, refining routines, and rooting into what matters the most. So this moment is asking us to balance the reflection, like looking in the mirror and balance the reflection, our intuition, and take a grounded action. Like, what action can you take that is grounded? And really setting a fertile foundation, the soil, for this Virgo new moon. So we're already kind of rising to it, I guess, is what I want to say. And the day master, the yin water on top of the pig, the day master is always the core energy, and this one's yin water. So this element is like mist, rain. It's a serene, bubbling spring. It's very intuitive. Yin energy is adaptable, but this one's a master of flow, being in the currency of the waters of flow, streaming. Even basically, it could be soft, but it could also be gentle, and it can also penetrate any obstacle. I kind of always like to see, even though it's water, like how you can see a tree, a plant budding through a stone or another tree, kind of a thing. That's kind of what I see, bursting through. And sitting on top of the pig, which is also a pure water branch. So what's interesting, we've got the snake, the monkey, and the pig, and these are all pure, they're beginning forces of energies and elements. The snake is actually the birth of metal, but it's pure fire. The monkey is the birth of water and pure metal. The pig is the birth of wood, but it's also pure water. So these are like directional forces, if you will. But with these energies, this day master, the pig, it's making our day incredibly strong, independent, but also resourceful. So there's like a deep well, if you think of it metaphysically, a deep well of intuition, but also self-reliance. So the elemental count is what I want to say. We've got water, which is very strong, for instance. We have water in the monkey, which is the pure water, birthing water, the pig, and the yin water of our day. And the earth is also strong. We've got it in the hour, the month in storage, and also hidden in the year. So that's there. And wood, look at all the wood, very strong, the month and the year. And metal is also strong, being in the month. So fire also, it's present. It's probably more weak, but not really. I'm not so concerned about it. In the year and also the hour. So the most crucial part of this entire elemental foundation shows how the other pillars influence but also interact with our core element, which is yin water, the energy of it. So our year, the yin wood, because everything kind of flows in relationship to yin wood, this pillar, it's kind of the eating god because it's sucking out the water. It's draining the water. So it represents our creativity. I was going to actually, let's see, let me go like this. There we go. So that's kind of the elemental cycle. Over there, sideways. I guess I could flip that. The cycles of the elements. So water naturally nurtures the wood, yin wood in this case, basically. So this is a suggestion that our intellect and our creativity, our expression in the creative expression, they're a fundamental foundation, part of our identity and our legacy. This is happening in the year. So the snake, the hidden fire and the metal in the snake, those are kind of the background themes of wealth and resources for the whole month, basically happening for us, as long as the month is the yang wood monkey, which will change later, which I'll get into another time. But the month pillar, the yang wood monkey, in relationship to the day, because it always goes back to the day. This is a herding officer because yang wood, again, is taking life from the energy of the day, is kind of what I want to say. So the more ambitious, pioneering wood, the more expression, then the more gentle this energy is going to be. So this pillar governs like our actions and what we do out into the world. So there's this energy, or this elemental energy, to drive and innovate, and literally imagine roots in the ground, like breaking up the surface. Roots breaking up the surface, basically the ground. And the hidden yang metal in the monkey, that's a resource for a water daymaster metal. It produces yin water. So this is like, it's an excellent sign because it's providing a deep resilient source of support for our energy, for our ambitions for the entire month. And then the hour, the yin earth goat, the greatest of all time in relationship to our day. This is actually the most challenging transformation of this whole pillar, this whole day. The yin earth is earth kind of gives water direction, but it also is absorbing the water. So this is a very powerful form of authority and structure, giving pressure that's controlling our day. And the hour governs not just our aspirations in life, but it's our emotions as well, children even. So this kind of speaks to those long-term goals, ambitions. They're coming, but we're going to have some energetic hiccups, some responsibilities, some obstacles that really force us to evolve or grow. So this is reinforcing the pressure, the yin earth goat. And it's hidden. It's got wood hidden or in storage, and fire also, which also provides the tools, creativity. So the motivation is wealth. That's what's happening in that particular hour pillar, to really overcome the forces of adversity. So overall, the frequency of this chart, this synchronicity is what I want to say, the energy here. So this chart is painting a picture of a very highly intuitive, resourceful frequency that's constantly navigating the pressures and the responsibilities that are very significant. So we want to look at the flow and also the control. So the central energy of this day, as we move into Virgo, is a very powerful clash between our natural fluid energy, which is water, and the restraining forces of the element of earth, because earth gives water direction, controls it basically. So this is just showing that we have to put it out there to learn to flow around, or even to break through obstacles to achieve our goals. And then what it does is it opens the door to creativity being seen as your strength, your vital energy. So that's our greatest asset, is the abundance of wood as an element, especially for a water daymaster. So wood for water is a creative intelligence. It kind of feels otherworldly, just saying, but this is the tool that we use to counter the pressure of the earth, is the element of wood. And wood naturally absorbs the energy of earth. Again, the roots breaking up the earth. So then we have this resilience that happens, like going with the winds, the tides of the winds, but also a foundation. And the metal, because we're in the metal season, we just moved into it. Basically, the monkey is the birth of the metal season. So this is a strong element as well. This is resilient. It's supportive. It supports yin water, giving us the resources. It's kind of like a parent energy. The resources we need, though, to preserve and be tenacious. So the overall journey, this is a magical, beautiful, creative, adaptable force, this energy of this day moving into Virgo, that really, this is where we learn to harness the power by overcoming the external challenges. So it's like, it speaks to like reaching out to our destiny and finding those creative solutions. Like, we know there's problems, but what's the solution? Solutions to what may seem immovable within the problems. So now I want to step into the energy of the new moon, because look at that. The new moon moment, we've got a young wood rat of a day when the sun and moon are dancing in Virgo later today. This is creating a fresh portal, an energy portal for new beginnings. Look at all that water and that wood. So the hour pillar of this new moon, a young wood rat. So there's this spark of strategic, clever, forward moving energy, encouraging us to really set intentions that are precise, but also visionary, clear water, clear, fresh, healthy water. You're picking up what I'm throwing down. Map out actionable steps with inspired insight, and really align with your own personal rituals, with different forces that shape your life. They're always individual and unique to each and every one of us, I must say. But combined with the energy of Virgo, for me, I sense it's about really focusing on clarity, refinement, and service, because this new moon is this cosmic invitation to upcycle our personal algorithm, addressing situations, I'll say, um, with refinement. Whatever adversity, that's kind of what the earth is showing us, and really crafting rituals that honor your unique energetic blueprint. And the day master, yin water, again, this is the intuitive stream. This is the core energy of the entire chart, basically. Symbolizes deep wisdom, emotional wisdom, deep intuition, prophetic, profound, adaptable, flowing nature. So this is a very introspective and powerful frequency, is what I want to say. So even though this chart, switching the hour, it's very similar, but it's very slightly different, but the energetic dynamic there. So the core element and energies remain powerful, a combination of water and wood, obviously. A lot of water and a lot of wood there. The wood isn't rooted. Oh, I guess it is in the pig. Don't mind me just grazing at the sites. But the hour, the young wood rat, this is like an energetic big background for this entire moment. Very strong. Water, our day pillar, our day master, sitting on its own root, the rat. It is rooted in the rat and the pig on its own, which is actually pure water again. So this is incredible, seriously. The pig, the monkey, the rat are elemental like forces at the beginning, but this energy makes our day master incredibly robust, self-sufficient. So this is about an inner life that is rich, it's wide, it's profoundly powerful. And we've got abundant wood. Wood for a water is the output, it's expression, it's growth, it's the things you do. A lot of innovation coming through intuition, basically. And we have 3 wood stems, the heavenly universe. Yin wood in the year, yang wood in the month, and also the hour. And remember, of all the elements, yang wood needs every element for balance. So wood is like the expression, the output element for a water day master. Water nourishes wood. That's why I put that little sign over there. So this, what does this signify? There's a tremendous amount of energy. Jupiter's even, wood is ruled by Jupiter, by the way. But there's this potential for expression, creativity, growth. So our thoughts and our insights are not just internal, they're literally perfectly poised. They're in the position to manifest into something beautiful, but also something real, bringing it into reality. But the flow of wisdom with all that water and the yang wood rat and the hour, this is a very special, unique combination. Water with the rat directly feeds the wood, the yang wood above. So this powerful connection, it kind of speaks to a vast wisdom and intuition with the water. They're the direct fuel for our ambitions and our drive, which is the growth of wood. So it's this natural, effortless flow of energy from our inner life to our outer world, yin to the yang. So the thing I do want to speak to, though, is there's a lack of support. Noticeably absent, if you can tell from this chart, are the element of metal and earth, the elements of metal and earth. And without them, this flow, this powerful flow of water and wood could also become very overwhelming. Like too much water can rot the roots, basically, and there's no earth to root the tree. So there is this. So it's like lacking direction or a solid foundation to build something upon. So the elemental balance is kind of what I always look at, channeling the flow. So the goal here is always to bring balance, to balance these powerful energies of both water and wood in this case, by intentionally calling in the support and the grounding energies of both metal and earth. The elements we need, of course, wood, a small leaf as an elemental, a plant, a tree branch, water, a bowl of water. And I know that sounds funny, a small bowl of water. Earth, again, you can bring in soil, grounding, crystals, smoky quartz, jasper, incense for fire, basically. Metal could be anything metal, a key, a bell, clear sounding metal objects, a sound bowl. I'm going to post a ritual in the subscribers hub to balance these elemental energies. But as a suggestion, a ritual practice or a suggestion, just here's kind of like a gentle invitation for your Virgo new moon ritual. Of course, journaling, whatever that is, write down intentions focused on health, service, and structure in your life. Like, where do I need to draw the line, the boundary? And the elemental alignment, like definitely connecting with the earth through a stone, the soil, a plant, and water. Water is always soothing for meditation to get into the flow. And fire, candles, even movement. Mars is action and movement. We can even bring in the element of air for visualization, clarity, of course, journaling, ideals. But also personal magic. I would say consider scheduling, of course, a private session for a personalized ritual mapped to your unique algorithm, your current challenges, addressing them. So this is where the forces of adversity actually become your allies. I call it the ghost in the darkness. So remember, this is not just about setting intentions. It's really about building a life that feels aligned and purposeful and magical. So these elementals are playing out. I'll be posting that ritual shortly here. We're going to have another short break, and when I return, we're going to be diving into the Mini-Cowry shell divinations as we have a breath and a pause, tuning in. And remember, comment in the show notes your month and hour of birth. Not hour of birth, your month and year. Where am I going? Let me get rid of this, though, because it'll show up in all scenes. Okay, quick little break, and when I return, a little divination time. Are you ready to tap into the cosmic currents and amplify your manifesting power? Join our monthly coven, a sacred space to elevate your desires through the wisdom of the stars. We've journeyed through the age of AI, balancing intuition and technology. We've unlocked the magnetic pole of your natal moon sign, and now delve into mind plus emotions for manifesting mastery, harnessing the power of your natal Mercury. Each month brings a new celestial focus, a new pathway to your dreams. Visit TanyaD.tv workshops to learn more and join the monthly coven. Your manifesting journey awaits. Are you? And we are back. Welcome back, my magical energetic beings. I hope you grabbed a little water, maybe lit a candle before you tune back in. Because today we're diving deep into the elementals, of course, the 4 pillars for this new moon. So this is where your personal energetic field meets the cosmic blueprint. I already mapped out how the sun's ingress into Virgo combined with the new moon, those vibrations, can really amplify your clarity, your focus, and your sacred action. And if you're feeling like your life is ready for a refresh or recalibration, or just like a full-on upcycling, this is your moment. Remember, if you want guidance tailored uniquely to you and for you, this is where I do private cowrie shell divinations, basically mapping out everything I talk in my show, but it's exclusive for your frequency vibration. And I'll design personalized elemental rituals to navigate basically your elemental forecast in a way to address energetic, I call them energetic hiccups in your life, and really help you align with your personal unique algorithm with your highest timeline. That's kind of the energy of Virgo. if you're craving deeper connection or hands-on frequencies. So yeah, for those of you that want a mini cowrie shell divination, just comment the year you're born and the month, because the month gives me directional energies and gives me different insight that I tune into. But either way, if you don't want a divination, I also have monthly workshops. I call them my coven calls. That's where I open up this chalice and we step into your own abundance through the planetary action, sometimes the elementals. It kind of just depends. I'm going to revisit the moon, this upcoming one in September, and really, getting intimate with rituals that really connect with your own cosmic alignment. Okay, so as I wait for somebody to comment and tune in, it's always good to center ourselves and really stepping into the elemental pulse, in this case, Virgo season. Unlocking the insights of the elementals beyond just the 5 we talk about: earth, water, fire, metal, air. Maybe we step into ether, star, and more. Our own presence is what I'm sensing. Sound, even. Sound is an elemental, because they truly guide our intentions for not just this new moon, but other stuff. I guess we're being shy today, but comment your birth year and month if you're willing or ready for a little swirl of the shells. I can't see too many people on here as I'm flicking the ring there. That's okay. We've had a few weeks where people are shy. I get it. Next week, I think, for my Mystic Monday, I think I'm going to bring the Fae in. I haven't decided. I'm either going to work with the Fae for the month of Virgo, is kind of what I'm feeling. For my weekly show, I pull a card every day of the week for daily insights. Miss Mother Teresa is watching. I can see you. Okay, well, I don't have anybody that wants a scroll of the shells, so I'll pull a card. Tahitian the self, the fiery little self you are. This is like fire and water. Where do I believe I belong? And is it connected with my higher self? That little self is speaking to that. You belong exactly where you're at. She's adding a dash of flower power there. And then we've got what lies in the shadows. So again, we're questioning our belonging. We've got card 43, yeah, 43 and 44. So it's like, where do I belong? Are these my people or are they not my people? Is this my longing in my inner world? And what am I showing up in my outer world like? And Virgo is how we show up, right? Oh, great. And then the moon, I love it. We've got the dark lady. This is awesome. So this is like setting boundaries around our emotional field. Maybe to deflect realities that we don't want in our field. Maybe we're releasing things that are no longer in alignment. The dark lady. So she's obviously a sister to the moon. So that's kind of funny. Maybe it's because the moon is like right in that phase. The ghost in the darkness. I like that. But yeah, this is our emotional field. So that's great. Okay, I'm not getting any comments. So there we have it. So, okay, well, I'll see you Monday. Those of you that tune in on my Monday shows where I do a card for the day. Yeah, he's not this scary. He's had the nectar of the gods. He just appears that way, questioning, don't be afraid of the thing that goes boo in the dark. So yeah, Monday I pull cards for each day of the week. And I've kind of slowed off of doing my affirmations, my mystic message for the week, because I do so many. So I'm recalibrating myself. So with that, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you Monday. Enjoy this new moon. I'll be carving in my candles for sure. The red one, the green one, bingo, and my big chunky white one. She's back here. Yes, that's what I'm going to be doing here in a little bit. So with all of that, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you on the other side. Blessings.